So hi, I'm on my way to the Austin Film Festival, and I'm going to be doing my pitch of The Blood Moon Wolf. And I thought, hey, this would be a nice time to go ahead and test it. It's Wednesday, and the festival actually starts tonight. But instead, Andrea's going to pick me up at the airport. We're going to see all over Austin and Leander and her houses and the family, so it's going to be fun. Then tomorrow I have all day to practice this. So if it doesn't seem very good today, I have all day tomorrow to continue practicing this. And then early Friday morning at 9 a.m. I'm going to give the pitch in pitch session 3. So here it goes. Hi, my name is Sandi Jerome, and my script is Blood Moon Wolf. And I know what you're thinking. Oh no, not another kid turning into a wolf or vampire. But this story's different. I'm Cherokee and part of the Wolf Clan, and we believe that animals can turn into humans to be our spirit guide. So this is different, a wolf turning into a teen girl. So imagine a teenage boy, he's awkward, and the only person he can talk to is his friend, a red wolf. He tells her everything about the girl that he wants to ask to the prom and how hard it is fitting in at his new high school and connecting with his new dad. And bang, she gets hit, shot, and after he heals her, poof, she turns into a gorgeous, naked teen girl. The tone is funny because it's set in the modern world where things like blender, microwave, even the mean high school girls, those are confusing to her. And there's conflict because he wants her to become more human-like and be girlfriend material, where she, on the other hand, wants him to become the alpha male and better mating material for her puppies. The conflict is also from the ranchers that want to kill the wolves, and then her wolf family, which totally redefines the whole concept of the horror of meeting your parents. So Blood Moon Wolf, it's a TV 1-hour streaming pilot with 6 episodes over 3 seasons, which takes us in 3 years to the next blood moon, where she can decide to become a human forever, and he can also mate with her and become a wolf, a blood moon wolf. Thank you. I'm doing a video now. So this is Andrea's other house. Oh man, that is gorgeous.
It was too hot during the summer to want to use it, but
my dad's gonna go ape crazy when he sees all this.
I know. I wish you could see this.
I know. Absolutely beautiful. You can say hi to him.
I love you.
So hi. So welcome to my Austin Film Festival trip. It's been a wonderful experience being here. Truly have enjoyed it. First of all, one of the things that made it really nice is this room, and I'll show you around the room in a second. I stayed at the Residence Inn. It's actually joined with a courtyard, and the room has just been fantastic, and you'll see that in a second. I did my pitch yesterday. I decided to do my pitch on the first day, actually the second day of pitching. So my first day it was technically Wednesday. I flew in, and my niece picked me up at the airport, and she took me all around and got me registered. She took me to the Omni and got me registered, and that was really good. And the registration, if you're registering on Wednesday, it's a little busy there. There's lines and it's confusing of where to go. But I got my badge and I got my packet, which I'll show you in a second. And then Thursday, my goal was to watch a pitch. So I went into one of, I talked to the person at the door and asked if I could watch. So I watched one of the pitches so that I could see, the format and how it goes, which was important because we were told we only had 90 seconds, but it's not actually that. And you'll see in my pitch, there's an intro where I say my name and the genre and the title of my script. And then when I say ready, that's when the clock starts in your 90 seconds. So I actually had enough time to get through it. And oddly enough, I didn't plan for the applause and the laughter. I actually got a lot of applause and laughter, which actually a little bit terrified me because I didn't really want to win. And the reason why is because the pitch final, if you win, you go to the pitch finale, and that's at night, way up at the Austin Club. And I don't like to go out at night all alone, so I was going to have to try to figure out a way that my niece or one of my nephews could come with me. But I didn't win. I think a lizard alien dad won, a little bit more contemporary than mine. But the response was amazing from the audience. I believe I probably got the most laughter and the most applause. So that made me feel great, and I feel great about pitching now. I have no worries. I've taken a lot of classes and seminars on it. Thank you, Carol, to learn how to pitch. But it went really well, and that was the next day. That was on Friday. So I lived through that. This is Saturday, and so today I went to my first round table. Now this was a little bit different than I thought. So it's a whole bunch of round tables, and you can select sorta. There's no names or anything, but if you're looking at all the people that are the people that are producers and agents and from production companies and writers, you can maybe try to recognize one and get to the table that you want, but then you have no more choice. I went to this morning specifically to sit at the table of, I think, Liz Kelly, who's with the Disney Fellowship, but I didn't see her there. I don't think she was there. I checked a little bit with the crew, and they said no, she hadn't shown up. So I ended up just going to a table that had an empty seat. I felt like it was empty chairs going on, and the gentleman who was a literary manager that ran that was wonderful. He actually answered the question. I was worried about sending to Disney my script that I won here as a second rounder, Kira and Henry, but it can often be thought of as maybe animation, because it's about a flying princess, and he said no, the different would be is if you pitch that as a teen fantasy, which it is, it's a teen fantasy drama. Animation, they normally are if they're children, and if this is a teen in it, it should be fine to pitch it, to submit it to the Disney Fellowship as a live action, which is what it is. So that answered my question, and then the next gentleman was just great about pitching and ideas and stuff like that. And then the third gentleman, Larry, he was fantastic because he talked about how he's sold, I think, gosh, in the last few years, he's sold 4 scripts, and he's using just querying. He emails by query and IMDb, and that's how he's doing it. And he's my age, and so that made me feel really good about my future. And I think I've spent a lot of wheels in trying to get the attention of an agent or a literary manager. And he said, no, all you really need is an entertainment lawyer, and they take 5%, and it makes the whole process go smoothly. So I kind of have a focus now where I wanted to go. And in building my career, I've spent, I have a lot of scripts that I've written because I went through UCLA over 20 years ago. And then, for those that know me, I spent the last, 2 decades being a software designer, programmer, technology. And now I'm back writing. And so I have some that I've written, a while ago that I've updated. I've written some that I wrote on planes over the last 2 decades, 200,000 miles a year, wrote scripts. And then some that I've written very intently in these last 2 fellowships I've been in. I won both the Native American Writers Lab Fellowship and then the Native American Feature Lab Fellowship, which I'm currently finishing up right now. And that's what this pitch is from, that I'll show here in a second, is from that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you around the room, and then I'm going to head on up to the venue. The venue is confusing here. First of all, it's in downtown Austin, and there's many hotels. I think there's a dozen hotels to select from. I'm familiar with the residents. I like the kitchen. I don't like to go out to eat, so it makes a nice hotel for me to stay at. But the venue, most of the stuff is at the St. David's Episcopalian Church, which, wow, what a big church. I mean, they've got, you know, halls and classrooms, and it's monstrous, and it is quite a bit of a hike. And I'll show you this last part, which is like right uphill. So if you are uncomfortable with walking around downtown, there's homeless people out there. Kind of people just, you know, talking and stuff like that. So if you're not comfortable alone in a downtown, you may want to stay right at the Omni, which is the center. That's where you register at. It's right across the street from St. David's. And I would highly recommend just staying at the Omni, which is, I think, the first one on the list of the hotels. I think I went down to number 12 and picked the residence. So let's show you around the room, and then I'm going to take you up to the venue there so you can see what it's like. But I highly recommend coming here. It's a great experience. The pitching contest is a fantastic experience. I've already met all kinds of people. We take pictures of each other's badges so that we can stay in contact with each other. So I've met lots of people, and it's been a lot of fun. Highly recommend. It's a writers conference and the film festival. So the Austin Film Festival is well known as being a writers film festival, especially because they have the writers conferences. And if you like to go to conference to listen to lectures and be in these round tables and talk with each other, it's a great experience. So I highly recommend it. So as I said, the Residence Inns are actually my favorite hotel. They have a full kitchen. They have a full-size refrigerator, microwave, a stove, and even a little pots and pans down there. All your utensils. And I did kind of something odd here. Is I figured out the food that I wanted as far as cereal, granola bars, things like that, and I shipped them to my niece. I made an Amazon order and shipped them to my niece, and then she brought them in a nice big bag to me when she picked me up at the airport. So again, thank you, Andrea. And so I have chips and everything like the sweetener, and this little thing right here, which makes my almond milk. So I actually make almond milk and have basically enough to feed myself over the 3 days. It's huge in here. I mean, it's now most Residence Inns, I believe, have a separate bedroom. So this is all more like a studio. So the bed is there. You'll see the little corner of it sticking out there. But it has this nice table. I normally put my room key there, ready to go out. And it has this little area. I love hanging up my jacket. We're living in thunderstorms going on right now, so I brought a jacket. And kind of a cute little thing that I did is I created this little pouch right here that holds my iPad. So I can have my iPad with me, but when I'm wearing the jacket, nobody really can see that I have an iPad. And I normally keep my watch plugged in there. USB ports, huge amount. I mean, this one there's USB ports and a plug right there. If we come over here to the desk is fantastic. I mean, look at all this room that you have here. I'm trying to teach myself Blender animation software. So I have my laptop there, all the weather up because I'm worried always about the weather and the thunderstorms here. But I have both my windows where I'm learning my Blender, and my pen for that. This is a touch screen here, and then over here I have my iPad where I'm learning Procreate, so that I can learn a little bit about drawing. So I have that up here. So I have both of those available for me, and a wonderful place to work in this hotel room. And over here is the bedroom area. And right here I have the TV where I like to watch at night, Big Bang Theory. It just runs continuously on one of the stations, or Seinfeld on other nights. So it's a great thing to watch to kind of wind down. This is the bag that we got. We also got a nice little pen. I'll put my little pen out there. And then lots of stuff from the festival. These are all the films. I probably will not be going to any of the films because they're at night. It's dark out, and I don't like to be out into the dark. Even though it'd be great because I bet David Duchovny is here. He has a film showing. Paul Reisner has a film showing. He's probably here. But again, I don't like to go out at night. If you're fine with going out at night, you're really going to have a treat coming to the festival. The bed, extremely comfortable. I plug in my phone here. I have a little app that displays the the time. It doesn't go off, so it's always displaying the time. I think it's OLED. And it also shows me how much of the battery is charged, and of course my Kindle, so I can read before I go to bed. And then has a big, really big bathroom, and then a shower and a tub. I love taking a bath. I don't do it often in Orlando because it's just too hot, but in here it's just wonderful. So it's been a fantastic room. Now I believe the bed, there's another bed here that this couch makes into a bed, although I haven't explored that. But you could definitely be sharing this room with someone else because it is, you know, just so huge. It's a wonderful, wonderful workroom to be in here at the Residence Inn. Here at the O. Henry House. Now if you look over here in the background, that's my hotel right there. So right around there is the O. Henry House. Now Henry, you may recognize that name. He wrote The Gift of the Magi, one of my favorite stories, where she cuts her hair and he buys it so that she can get the money to buy him a watch chain. He sells his watch in order to buy her a gift of a hair comb. So I really love that story. And also he wrote The Ransom of Red Chief, which was then over the years has been made into tons and tons of different films. One of them was Ruthless People, and it's because the kid that gets kidnapped is so horrible that the kidnappers end up paying his father to take him back. So this is that house of Henry. Now getting around Austin is really pretty easy. If you look there where the sign says parking garage, that's actually my hotel, and right behind me is that O. Henry House, and this street right here is Trinity, and the one down there is San Jacinto. Now there's the Omni Hotel. You can see the name of the Omni Hotel on it, and that's the main center where everything is. And you can either go up Trinity, and I'm going to go up to now St. David's, or you can go up San Jacinto. Either one. The courtyard is here on 4th Street, and we're going to go all the way up to about 8th Street. So here's San Jacinto. Here's the Omni. Up San Jacinto to about 8th Street, to the St. David's where both the things are. So we can like the president. Walk uphill. So as you can see here, as I'm going up San Jacinto, that hill that I've got to climb, the church is at the top of that hill on the right-hand side. I don't know where the streets walk out. If I walk up this one, it's fine. So now I see the issue. There appears to be a parade going on here. Full of butterflies, and it's probably because it's Halloween weekend that we have a parade going on here. There's St. David's. We're actually, there's a church, main church. It's absolutely huge. And then there's the Omni Hotel there on the left. So that's the Omni Hotel, and most of the events are right here. All the conferences events are here in St. David's. So we're going to walk up this street, continue past the church, and go into the parking lot where there's an entrance. Okay, now we're going down the long hallway here. And so there's signs everywhere telling you where these things, as you can see here, this sign says pitch session. And there's lines on each side of these places, like here. This line over here to my left are for people that have that session's badge sticker. The people here on the right are the wait list to get into there. And this is the pitch session. So you turn in your pitch sheet here, and they check you off. And then you go into there, into here to pitch. Thank you. And on the board here is where they write down what order you go into. And this is the pitch room. There's a lovely Ava that introduces you and tells you all the rules. And then you stand right up there and pitch. And the judges sit at these two little tables right here. Hi, I'm Sandi Jerome. I'm a second rounder, but not with this script. This one I finished last week as part of my Native American Fellowship, and it's called Blood Moon Wolf. It's a 1-hour TV pilot and a teen horror comedy. Ready? I know what you're thinking. Oh no, not another kid turning into a wolf or vampire, but this one has a twist. I'm Cherokee, part of the Wolf Clan, and we believe that animals can become human to be our spirit guides. So a wolf turning into a teenage girl, that's real, that can happen. Imagine a teenage boy, he's awkward. The only person he can talk to is his friend, a red wolf. He tells her about the girl he wants to ask to the prom and how he can't connect with his new father. And then bang, she's shot. He heals her and she transforms into a gorgeous, naked teen girl who only wants to eat his cat and mate with him constantly. The tone is funny because it's set in the modern world where things like a blender, a microwave, or mean high school girls confuse her. There's conflict for the story engine because he wants her to be more human, girlfriend material, and she wants him to become an alpha male and better mate for making puppies. There's also the ranchers that want to shoot the wolves, and along with her wolf family that totally redefines the horror of meeting the parents. It's set over 3 seasons, which takes us to the next blood moon that happens in 3 years, where she can decide to remain human, or he can mate with her and become the next blood moon wolf. So this is where the round tables are, and then you come in and find who you want to sit with in this room. So this is where my industry round table was. Now I'm going back to the main doors where I came in. So a lot of stuff's back that way, but again, there's signs that tell you where all the little sessions are going to be. And then I'm going to go some stairs here to the left and go up to the summer hall. No, I guess I'm not going to show you the summer hall because there's actually a line going up to it. There's a board here that shows you where everything is, and lots of signs. Now we see we're in the time period where there's lines everywhere, and I'm going to go over here to the Omni, over here, to this entrance over here, and go show you the registration. Okay, so here's the Omni Hotel. So we're going to go into that, and we'll go up to, I think, the 3rd floor. Okay, so walking into the Omni Hotel, there's signs everywhere, but I'm going to go past the restaurant here, and there's actually a nice little final draft desk here where I asked him to please make an Android version, and you'll see the office elevators, which is what we're going to be going to for the registration. And I think we're going to pick the 3rd floor. And this is like an elevator like they have in Switzerland, where you pick your floor before you get on and then it tells you where to go. So we're on the 3rd floor now. We're going to go to registration. Okay, so registration, you fill out a little form right here. And then you come and get in line over here, and then these are the people that get you your badge and all your little stuff here. Hello. And this is where they bundle up all your stuff and give you your lanyard like this. Okay? And then these are all booths of vendors that are here. So lots of different vendors here. This is kind of the exhibit hall.
because you're two at it.
Hello. And so this is where you get your little stickers that go on here to tell you what time to show at things. So this is where you get your second rounder sticker here. And these are the sheets where you sound up for the industry roundtables.
So 12:21.
12:21. I was like, that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds
That
right.
was when we were sending the. Oh my gosh.
Stage 32, one of my favorite places.
So I'm the writer liaison. So my job is to comb through our system and find the writers who are
Yeah,
writing.
stage 32.
Before I left my driveway.
So the Omni Hotel is a very confusing hotel because the right-hand side are all the offices, meeting rooms and offices, and on the left-hand side are all the hotel rooms. It's a pretty nice hotel. I mean, this would really definitely be the place to stay if you want convenience. I just like the residence, but it's a gorgeous hotel inside. Now when you leave the Omni Hotel, it can be a little confusing, but just walk around until you find that entrance again. There was the entrance where we went into St. David's with the blue roof, and you'd be blue when you get here too. Find it. It should now be on your left. It was on my right. Here's the Omni now. On my right, it was on my left. And we're gonna go downhill. That's where the parade was, at the bottom of the hill. And we're just gonna keep going downhill till we get to 4th Street, and there's my courtyard residence. Okay, so now we're walking down the hill and heading towards the residence and the courtyard, and it looks like the parade's over with. Looks like there's just people walking down the parade route. So I should be able to cross the street. I had to kind of jump between a band and another band to get through before. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get through a little bit easier right now to get back to my hotel. Ah, the joys of being in the downtown area. Hi, I'm Sandi Jerome, and I'm a writer and a graduate of UCLA's Advanced Screenwriting Program. My screenplay, Runaway Cricket, is being produced as an animated musical sci-fi by blackorb.com. I'm an enrolled and blood member of the Cherokee Nation and a 2023 Native American Media Alliance Feature Film Fellow. If you visit my website, sandijerome.com, I have lots of scripts, mostly with strong female leads. I also write a lot of books, and some are available for free download at my website, sandijerome.com, or on Amazon. Just search on Amazon, Sandi Jerome. I'm a huge Disney fan and a certified Disney expert, and I wrote Pixie Dust Death. It's a young adult novel set at Disney World. I've also written a book about my experience on the Disney Wish Cruise, along with the Viking River Cruise. You can find links on my website, along with the shopping list for items that I mention in the YouTube videos about these cruises. Now that I've finished my Disney Wish videos, I've moved on to Disney's Animal Kingdom, my favorite Disney park, and I've written a book about the amazing animals. Well, thank you for watching. Be sure to visit my website for some free ebooks you can download, and please like and subscribe and ring the bell to get alerted of my next videos.